Hello friends, welcome back to Techie Gears and hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to see how we can monitor our MariaDB or MySQL servers using Zabbix Agent2 plugin. If you have seen my two videos about installing and configuring Zabbix server, we create one database server and another server for application and front end of Zabbix using this scenario. 160 was for application and front-end server and 170 was for our database server. Here you can see that our Zabbix server is working fine and it is completely gathering the data from these two hosts. DB01 170, which is our database server, and localhost, which is Zabbix server itself. Here we are monitoring our database server operating system. As you can see, we have many data from our database server operating system about the CPU, about the swap, memory, and interfaces of network, and many other items, but we don't have any item regarding the database server which is running on this system. For monitoring databases, especially MySQL on Zabbix, we have three different methods: using ODBC or using Zabbix Agent and Agent2, which is the standard way nowadays for monitoring application and database servers using Zabbix. We are going to use this template to create a new host for our database instance and monitor it. For this to complete, we should create an account for our monitoring. We name it Zabbix1 here. I copy this, connect to our database instance, which I am already connected. I paste that here. Sorry, it hasn't been copied to my clipboard. So, our account has been created. We should grant some privileges to this account for our template to work. We need process show view show databases bin log monitor to any database using this account from localhost. Let's connect to this account. So it is completely okay. We have created account and our account is successfully connected to database instance and it can see the databases we have here. So in front end, we go to configuration, create a new host. We name it SQL host. Let's put a Zabbix at the first of it here. We are using MySQL by Zabbix Agent2 plugin. We name DB servers. In interface, we should define an interface. I put the IP address of our database server here. Description will be DB server. I click add. Our host has been added here, but it is not completely finished yet. We again go to configuration. In macro section, we should define three important macros here. One is DSN, one is the password of the account, and one is the account name which we are going to use for MySQL connection. For DSN, by this query you can find which socket you are running MySQL on. I press copy, I click change and put my value here. For your scenario, this path may be different, and the best way is to check it from your instance running. You can check also my CNF file or any configuration file you have for your MariaDB or MySQL instance. In password, I click change and put that defined password here, and also for username I put Zabbix1. I click update. So it is completely finished here and our host has been created, template has been assigned, macros which are required for configuration has been configured successfully. We have different macros here that you can configure them as your scenario requires. but this three was completely required, and without them your configuration will not work. For example, we have slow queries max warn. If you have three queries which are slower than the parameters that you define for your max slow queries, you will be warned. You can change it to any other values, for example 5, and update it. But this three macros which I defined was completely crucial. I click select DB servers SQL host and click apply. As you see, bin log cache use 3 seconds is 0, last value is 0. Some other data are completely gathered by Zabbix. Uptime also is 1 day and 11 hours, which is already running. The database is already up and it is completely okay, and or successfully configured or Zabbix using this database. It takes some time for other data to complete also. You can check also your Zabbix server log to see what it says during this configuration. As you can see, this became supported, this item became supported. Some data are dependent to other data to be gathered, because so there are some problems here, there are some errors here, but they are not errors because you don't have some data for calculating these items. And after the time goes on, these items will be also supported here. If you go to your system again, plugins folder, we have some configuration file for plugin. For this scenario, you don't have to touch this mysql.conf file, but if you want to have some, for example, certificated file to connect to your instance, you can set by this here. Or if you want to have multiple sessions of MySQL or MariaDB, you can configure them here. Or for example, if you want to custom queries, you can use these sections. You have some standard items here which are completely okay by Zabbix, but if you have another SQL script that you want to include it in your monitoring, you can use custom queries path to monitor your data. Our data has been discovered, as you see, and it is completely okay. You can see these items one by one to see what they say about the database. As you see, the databases has been discovered, size of your MySQL database, performance schema, and also Zabbix database will be okay. It is not have too much data, it is the first data. So it is okay, and after take time, many other items will be discovered by Zabbix discovery process, and it can help you and your DBA team to better monitor and troubleshoot your database instances. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye bye.